No.
Like,
I'm not making it a big issue.
Yeah, don't let that
It-
mess up the friendship
But
or
no,
nothing.
oh no, hell no. It's not gonna mess up our friendship.
Okay.
But it's more like, don't ever do that again, though. I would not go to your ex-wife before I come to you, the man, first. Period.
Y'all, I really tried to keep quiet, but at this point, Martell Holt is doing way too much, and it's starting to catch up with him. The man just can't seem to let go of drama, and now the mess he created might finally backfire in a big way. For a while, people thought things had calmed down, but lately, some serious receipts have been floating around and they are not looking good for him at all.
I don't like that.
You started it.
But you never built the house.
No, you ain't either. Then if that's the case,
All right.
bye Martell Holt.
Whatever, Melody.
Bye Martell Holt.
We're talking about DMs, private conversations, financial screenshots, and all kinds of proof that show a whole different side of Martell than the one he keeps trying to present on TV. Some of this stuff is so specific that it could damage his brand, affect his court standing, and maybe even his ability to do business. And you already know, Melody is not sitting around waiting to be dragged into more mess. Sources close to her say she's been working with lawyers behind the scenes this time not just to protect herself and her children, but to finally shut down all the lies, manipulation, and gaslighting once and for all.
Martell is using time that we would agree for me to take as a mother, wife, business owner, just the time to steal away. I hate that he's trying to use that to make it seem as if I was meeting men at hotels. What a way to project. Projection is real, because we all know what you was doing.
Martell, meanwhile, is back on Instagram Live acting like the victim again, pacing around and talking in circles like folks don't remember everything that went down. But baby, the public ain't blind, and they sure ain't buying it anymore. His image is falling apart, and now that Melody is getting her legal game tight, this might turn into something much bigger than just another reunion argument. Let's be real, ever since Melody walked away from their marriage and the madness, Martell has been scrambling.
They always talk about how, they don't take sides, but now here she is being disrespectful, and this is like a point of her taking Melody's side because she's always pointing the finger, like, Martell, you destroyed your family, you cheated on your wife and things like that. No, that. Melody, she cheated too.
He's tried everything to stay in the spotlight, starting fights, dragging people online, and now this weird soft launch of Arian Curry, the woman at the center of his cheating scandal. All of a sudden, he's talking about how she's a good woman, a good mother, and maybe even wife material? Come on now. After everything that happened, after all the hurt and disrespect, now he wants to rebrand her? And word on the street is that producers weren't even here for it.
No, it ain't. Oh, you forgot you weren't supposed to go live anyway. Remember?
Well, I just want to say hi to my people.
This whole new image campaign was Martell's idea. He really thought bringing Arian into the spotlight might stir up interest again or make folks see him differently. But instead of fixing anything, it just reminded fans of how everything fell apart in the first place. People are tired. The live rants, the back and forths, the constant drama, it's too much. Even the show's producers are reportedly getting frustrated. Without strong friendships or real personal growth, Martell is just floating around, trying to do damage control while pretending it's growth. And now, receipts are dropping from people close to the situation, real messages, texts, and records that show Martell allegedly trying to control storylines, lying behind the scenes, and contradicting himself at every turn. It's messy, and it's dangerous. A popular gossip blogger even said that if these receipts go public, it could be the end of Martell's career as he knows it. But guess who saw this coming? Melody. While Martell's out here spiraling, Melody is staying calm and focused. She's not yelling on Instagram or posting petty quotes, she's been silent, but strong. People close to her say she's making sure all her legal business is in place. And her latest post? Let the lawyers do the talking. That shook the internet. Fans immediately started speculating, is she finally ready to pull her own receipts? Is she cutting ties with Martell once and for all? One thing's for sure, Melody has learned. She's protecting herself, her children, and her brand. She's building an empire, launching new products, and getting invited to major events. And while Martell's still trying to create headlines with old drama, Melody is turning her pain into power. The fans see it. Every time she levels up, Martell tries to start something to take the focus off her shine. But it's not working anymore. As for Arian, her sudden reappearance is way too convenient. Martell didn't just randomly start praising her. It always seemed to happen right when legal talks about Melody were heating up. Every time there's a new rumor about court filings or Melody's next move, here comes Martell talking about Arian again, trying to change the subject. And Arian? She's posting stuff like I was never the villain, clearly throwing shade and trying to rewrite her own role in this mess. But the fans haven't forgotten. We remember the humiliation, the disrespect, and all the receipts from years past. This isn't about love, it's strategy. Martell's trying to flip the narrative and distract people from what's really going on, the court cases, the receipts, the truth. But the more he tries to spin it, the worse it looks. At this point, Martell's actions are starting to scream panic. Instead of laying low or showing real growth, he's jumping online, talking in circles, and blaming everyone else. It's always the same story, people lying on me, they're trying to tear me down, I'm misunderstood. But fans are over it. They want growth, they want honesty, and most of all, they want accountability. Meanwhile, Melody is winning in silence. No need for a clapback. No drama. Just moves. And that kind of energy? That's what people are cheering for. Stay tuned, because this storm is just getting started, and baby, the tea is hot. Whether it's a rant, an emotional IG live, or a random Arian appearance, it always seems to pop up right when Melody is leveling up. Every single time she announces something big, a product launch, an event, a red carpet, Martell or someone close to him starts stirring up the drama again. And now that these alleged receipts are out there, this might be the biggest mess he's ever faced. And we're not just talking about internet gossip anymore. If these screenshots, messages, and financial records are real, they could seriously mess up his brand deals, his reputation on reality TV, and even the custody battle over the kids. People are saying it's more than just a scandal. This could be a turning point legally, professionally, and personally. OWN Network has already gotten heat for keeping Martell around despite his past behavior and controversies. But this time, fans are louder than ever. People are calling for accountability. Some are even saying it's time for OWN to let him go completely, especially if it turns out he's been manipulating the truth for the cameras, making up storylines, or dragging other people into his chaos just to stay relevant. Because at this point, it's not just about cheating. It's about honesty. It's about responsibility. It's about trust. And let's talk about Melody's silence. While Martell is out here yelling, pacing on IG Live, and pointing fingers, Melody is quiet. But don't be fooled that silence is powerful. That kind of silence usually means something is happening behind the scenes. She's not arguing. She's not reacting. She's documenting. Organizing. Letting her lawyers handle it. And if these receipts really support her side, everything could shift in her favor. Not just in court, but in public opinion too. Because when a woman stops explaining herself, that's when you know she's done playing. And Melody? She's not looking back. She's showing what real healing looks like, not by talking, but by moving differently. By building. By protecting her peace. Meanwhile, Arian is chasing a role Melody left behind. She's holding on to a man who once disrespected her publicly, then tried to rebrand her as a good woman once it fit his story. Martell is chasing attention. Jumping from one scandal to the next. Still avoiding real accountability. So now we have to ask, who's really winning? The woman who walked away and built something real? Or the man still trying to spin the same old story? Let me know in the comments, is this Martell's final downfall or just another chapter in his PR circus? Do you think Melody is done being nice for good? Hit that like button, drop your thoughts below, and don't forget to subscribe because you already know, the drama is far from over. More tea coming soon. Stay tuned. Thanks for watching, fam. Stay real, stay respectful in the comments, and remember, sometimes silence isn't peace, it's preparation. See y'all in the next video. This is Celeb Nova, where the drama ends and the truth begins.